All right. What's going on, everybody? Today, I have a very interesting one with you guys, and I'm actually not alone. I am with channel royalty, for those of you who are, in tune with not only our lives, but our draft specifically. Apollo, say what's up.
What's good? It's the famous Apollo who 8 months ago dropped IQ first pick over Noah.
Okay, yeah. First overall pick, Apollo, who you going? Don't be stupid. Let him cook, let him cook.
Ain't no way.
I'm gonna get IQ, I guess.
What? You got any plugs you would like to get out of the way really quick, Apollo, before we get into what the topic of today's video is?
Got one special plug for my TikTok at Apollo with 2 O's at the end, .mp4. I make a bunch of character breakdowns and theories on there that are actually serious.
He's actually not brain dead like 90% of the Blue Lock TikTok community, so enjoy.
All right, so let's get started. Let's get started,
because today's video is something near and dear to all of our hearts, because today we are talking about who we think, or what we think, is going to be the ideal formation for the Japan U20 players when the World Cup finally arrives. I made my own formation, as well as Apollo pulling up his own. We're going to just flip-flop, bounce one from the other, see where we differentiate from each other, where we're the same, as well as just, calling each other a bunch of fucking idiots, because that's what we do best in this community, right?
Type shit.
Yeah. Really quick, I do have to make a quick shout out to my Discord, link down below in the description. If you want to join, we do have a lot of Blue Lock themed events coming soon, such as the draft battles for money that we're going to be doing on live streams, simulations such as the Blue Lock one. We have a solo leveling one in the works, as well as an Elden Ring one for those of you who are fans of those series. And not to mention, I am going to be making my own Blue Lock in EAFC 24 Pro clubs. I'll have more information about that not only in the Discord, but in videos coming soon. But yeah, link down below in the description and stay tuned for any of that stuff. And without further ado, I think that's our cue to get into it. Grab some snacks, fill those cups, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
All right, so I'll start with just the 2 strikers. All right, so Rin and Shido. Rin on left side, Shido right side.
Ooh, that's a spicy one.
This is obvious, bro. We already got the upcoming match for PSG versus Bastion Munich, and this is gonna be this is their abnormal formation. And we've seen Rin and Shido share the same field, and they've both scored goals. Shido's scoring ability, possible Predator Eye. This is high conversation right now. And Rin's new different iconic curve shots. This is all great attacking abilities that prove very well to Ego and to the U20 team moving forward, and I think this is just how it's going to go.
You know what? I don't think you can explain yourself any better than that. Throughout the community, it is known that you are somewhat of an Isagi hater. So
yeah,
would you mind me asking why you left him out of the conversation for striker?
Isagi is more versatile. Yes, he has striker abilities and striker capabilities, but there's also characters that perform better at striker position but aren't as versatile, where they can be moved across the board. As you've seen in the recent chapter, he's still at cam with Kunigami as striker. Kunigami has just more striker abilities. Meanwhile, Isagi still does, but he can switch around and be a little bit more useful on different parts of the field, which just makes more sense.
I'll do you one better then. I agree with you on the Atoshi Rin. I mean, I think we all know me at this point. I love Atoshi Rin, and his ability backs it up. You said himself, his finesse curve shots, but not only that, with his awakened berserker mode, which we've seen him trigger a lot more actively, as he was able to awaken it in the Manchan City match, going up against someone like Nagi, who has been on the decline, doesn't normally push Rin too much. My whole point in going on and on, as I tend to do about this guy, is Rin deserves to be up front, alongside the guy who most people would say is going to be the main striker, that being the main character, Isagi Yoichi. Now, I know you have your grievances, and I do too. Everyone comes at my throat for hating Isagi, but truth be told, he is the main character of the story at the end of the day. Storylines interwoven into the narratives, everything is building for Isagi to have just one ultimate payoff. I'm not sure if we're going to see it at the very end of the NEL specifically, but that's just the way we're building towards. So I feel like by the time we get to the U20 match, after he evolves his metavision further, after he gets through all of the enemies that he has to, we're gonna see an Isagi who deserves to be up front, similar to how Rin does.
And they got good chemistry too. We saw that in the U20 match.
Yeah, 1000%. That's the main reason I went with like a 2 striker formation. Obviously, if you want to do other strikers up here, like we both went with 2 strikers and you went Shido instead of Isagi, I feel like Rin airs the best with everybody, but there's a lot of different pairings you can run if you want to run 2 strikers. Okay, moving on to my wingers. On my left wing, I have yeah, strap in for this one, people. Nagi Seishido. And then at my right wing, I have Baro Shoei. Now, let me explain really quick. I don't think I need to explain for Baro. I simply didn't want to leave him off the pitch, and I don't think I should. Baro needs to be somewhere where he can make an impact. You know that as long as Baro's there, he's going to be a player that, if he's not going to get you a goal on his own strictly, he's going to pull some defenders away because of how chaotic and how dominant his play truly is. Now, Nagi, that's a little bit more of a hard one to defend. Like I really can't right now. This is, again, like I'm saying, my speculatory U20 lineup for when the World Cup finally comes along. Current Nagi does not deserve to be on the lineup, but I feel like after his awakening that we will see in the Barca match, as well as just, you know, a potential arc where we see Nagi wanting to one-up himself, we're going to see an awakened Nagi as well as an awakened Mikage Rio, but we'll get to him later on.
Nagi stocks are looking really good after that recent chapter, man.
No, dude,
got that ego awakening, dude.
After that coloring, bro, everyone going stupid.
That finally got himself a colored panel again after I don't even know how many freaking chapters.
All right, brother, what you got?
For my left wing, I'm going with Baru as well. I mean, it's just uncomparable. I mean, Baru is just a dominating force on the field, and he's shown to stay like that throughout the entire series. And being on the same side as Rin, you saw Baru compare Rin and Isagi as very similar players, and to see that like going throughout the game, we can definitely see him pull off some crazy goals and some crazy unpredictable plays.
1000%.
And as for the right wing, just gotta go with Isagi. Now, he's always been in the forward section of the formation, the attacking part of the formation. He's probably going to stay like that for the rest of the series, and putting him at a wing is very valid. Shido and Isagi have worked together in the third selection, if you can recall back. So it's definitely possible that Isagi could utilize Shido to advance himself and gain some more puzzle pieces for that plot armor.
That's gotta be the most like volatile forward lineup I've ever seen, dude. Like all of them have such good chemical reactions with one another, but it's the most toxic chemical reaction.
It's not even like Isagi's going to stay at the wing too. Like
Dude,
everyone's going to be moving.
He's just, as long as we have Isagi somewhere on the field within the midfield to the forwards, I don't think anyone will really complain, because he just needs to be somewhere where he can make a difference and then focus solely, or not solely, but focus more so on his offense than his defense.
For this first, we got an attacking midfielder or upper midfield, and we have Sai Itoshi. We saw him put in work. He was all over the field in the U20 match, and although he did get outclassed by Rin, he still is a viable point to a generally good midfielder that has both controls at the side of the field. Sai is a new Gen 11 as well, and their physical is just up. So having a new Gen 11 midfielder with high physical, he's just going to be everywhere.
Truthfully, there's not going to be a single person on that field who has a higher ability than Sai if he's going to be playing with the Japan player. I mean, maybe his brother.
I made a video on this on my TikTok page about the Itoshi brother dynamic. There was like clear evidence that Sai is genuinely trying to develop Rin as a striker. So by this time in the World Cup match, I think it's very, very possible that Sai and Rin are going to be working together and trying to score goals.
Like I said, if you thought that Itoshi Sai would play in the U20 team, then you would be stupid to not include him. However, I do not think he's going to play with the team. So that's why for my midfield, I opted with Mikage Rio, the person who I think is going to revive due to Nagise Shido's eventual evolution, not current, but eventual evolution, as well as Hiyori. Currently, Hiyori has to be one of the best playmakers in the entirety of the series, especially when it comes to the Japan players. It's impressive how he's able to just throw out the whole difficulty when it comes to playing reflexively alongside Isagi and just adapting to the game and at such a high level. I feel like Hiyori's abilities were kind of, rushed, as I've said in the past, but you can't deny that at the current moment, he's one of the strongest players.
Yeah, man. Hiyori's feats are just, they're unbelievable for at least to have
what about you? Who you got backing up Sai Itoshi?
I have Karasu, actually. Because, I mean, this is actually kind of a no-brainer. I mean, Karasu was a CDM in the U20 match. So, and to be honest, Karasu was he was a dog out there. He came over and he constantly came in clutch trying to control the team and bring it together.
On top of that, how do you think is going to be with Hiyori, like that whole dynamic?
Well, people are saying that Hiyori's going to be the weak link. Karasu's an analyzer and he picks out the weakest link and strongest link. To be honest, I don't think Hiyori's going to be the weak link because he's proven himself in 5 5 minutes of a freaking match.
I don't know. It's gonna be kind of tough to see how the substitutions work with this match. It's gonna be crazy though.
All right, so starting over to the left back-ish, left midfield-ish, we got Chigiri. It's just, you cannot doubt Chigiri, bro. He is the best product that has emerged out of the Neo-Egoist League, because ever since his first game, he has always scored a goal. He came up with a formula
that with his
instantly.
chest.
He came up with a formula using Chris's philosophy. Damn. Instantly, and some players cannot say the same. Nagi is currently on a freaking downfall. Rio is hitting the ground. Augie, I don't even know what Augie's doing. He's just out here yapping. I don't know what's going on. And Shigiri's whole goal formula is on the left side, so we just gotta put him on that starting line. There's just no way you can't have him. Go over to the right side. I got Hiyori. As we were just saying, I mean, this is just completely unfair, bro. This guy's a cheat code comparing to the Ubers match.
Bro is genuinely bro nade on Don Lorenzo and then fucking
I'm saying
the evolution of all the blue lockers has kind of been leaning into that. Like we saw it with Bachira early on before the U20 match when they were in the World 5 specifically. The sadism that Hiyori's adopting, similar to how Bachira was, just seeing people who are all moving for their own volition, I think is going to be the key to truly unlocking like a full team flow. Everyone being able to move reflexively at once because they all just have like one goal in mind, and that's, you know, getting the goal. Moving on, I will buster my defense. Left back, Shigiri. I agree with you, buddy. Yeah, you can't deny him. Right back, Bachira. I'm an Egoist 4 type of believer besides Kunigami. Fuck Kunigami. His ability in the Neo-Egoist League, his valuations, everything has just proven way too highly for him to not be here. I believe this is where he played in the U20 match, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
He played good enough in the U20 match right here. He'll be able to advance the ball up the pitch. And then moving on to the two center backs, I don't think this is really going to be a debate. I'm sure you have the same too. Oliver Aiku and Iki Nico.
Yes.
Metavision,
insane.
Metavision, the final wall, the #1 defender besides Lorenzo that we've seen in the series thus far. Not to mention Nico, someone stated to be a defensive version of Isagi, possessing his own type of metavision, the Watchtower of Japan. We can go on and on. The glazing's crazy, but is that what you got there, and why? Good sir.
Well, Aiku, you already know the story about Aiku. So I mean, Aiku. As for Nico, Nico is able to switch easy. He can go up from defensive, he can go into midfield. He can also, with my formation, go with Karasu inside to control it better, make it a more of a systematic field. They're just going to always provide, because Nico now has that mindset of always defending. He's going to crush the strikers on this world-class stage. And same with Aiku.
They truly just got that dog in them. Like truthfully, they got that dog in them.
Yeah, man, Nico's Awakening was definitely one of my favorites in the Ubers match. I can't lie.
I think, do we have to drum roll for the goalie? Because I think we should drum roll for the goalie.
Bro, actually, you know what, bro? Frick it. I'm putting Fukaku, U20.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk about this. Get Gagamaru, get your ass in goal.
I'm saying, Gagamaru, he's always been on there. He literally blocked Baru, which is one of the most top like goal scorers and shooters in Blue Lock. It's absurd, bro. Gagamaru, his reflexes.
Base athleticism, Gagamaru's probably like the #1. Like he's insane.
I'm saying,
bro's
Gagamaru's
crazy.
him.
But yeah, I think that should do it for both of our formations. So
Indeed.
let us know in the comments down below who did better, people. Okay, and that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. As always, we really do appreciate it. If you went on to enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and consider subbing up to the channel. Post notification down below so you never miss another banger. Once again, make sure to go check out Apollo's. What do you want them to go check out, good sir?
My TikTok, it should be in the link in the description. If it's not, just @handle for Apollo, 2 O's at the end, .mp4.
Once again, go check out Apollo if you are interested. But besides that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Take it easy.